Hi everyone, this is Adam Murphy from Symmetry, and in this video we're going to take a look at what's new in Autodesk Vault 2027. This year's release has a heavy focus on AI and connectivity, with the new Autodesk Assistant and improvements to the Vault connector for connecting Vault PDM with Autodesk's PLM platform Fusion Manage. First up, we have some property enhancement features. So you can now map physical properties from Inventor into Autodesk Vault, properties like area, mass, and volume. While I'm on here, I should mention that recently Autodesk introduced the ability to select files, but rather than select files individually, you can just select properties alone. And I can use copy and paste to copy these into, say, Microsoft Excel, for instance, and be able to run calculations directly from there. The copy design window has been improved to allow you to modify properties directly in the window before you execute the copy. So for instance, here I can modify a part number, or I can add, say, a vendor. And then I can execute the copy, ensuring that properties are updated before the copy is executed. Another improvement to the property workflow within Vault is when you open a file now, first you'll be asked to check it out, and if you check it out, you will be presented with the opportunity to synchronize the properties while opening the file directly from Vault. Previously, this only occurred when opening the file from the CAD application. Next, we'll take a look at some feature updates. Autodesk have updated the thumbnails so that you can see much higher resolution images of files. And if you go right up to extra large in size, you should see better resolution pictures when you're viewing files. A new column has been added to the Vault job queue. This is the workgroup column, which we can use to identify which server a job came from. We can also see from the Vault column which Vault a job came from, so it's easy to identify the source of a file, especially in a replicated environment with multiple servers. This feature will be great assistance to Vault administrators and IT personnel in identifying the source of jobs. Another big improved feature is the multi-file select open. I can group select a bunch of Inventor files, drawing and part. I can right click and I can select open to all of those. I can also do the same with PDFs, for instance. I can right click and select open. It is worth noting, however, if I try to open files from different source applications, I can't open in bulk. There have been some enhancements to the plot manager. We can now select an assembly, and then we can select plot up here at the top. And then we can select plot related file sheets, which will immediately bring us straight into the plot manager with all of the sheet drawings related to that assembly. And then from here, we can plot all of the sheet drawings at once. We can print them to PDF, we can select our sheet size and so on. We can save this list and we can select print. You can also select an assembly and select the plot manager dropdown and select instead the plot related design representation files. And if you select this, it will give you a list of all of the PDFs attached to that assembly, and you can print all of those directly as well. Autodesk Vault 2026 introduced the Fusion connector, which allowed you to connect Autodesk Vault items to Fusion Manage, which is Autodesk's PLM platform. With that, they also introduced the Fusion Manage window within the Vault application. And we've seen some improvements to this in 2027. The basic interface is easier to navigate and easier to browse. We can see all the information we would have seen within Fusion Manage directly in this window from within our Vault client application. So we can view the item, we can view PDM data, we can view properties and so on. Again, you would see all of this information in the Fusion Manage application itself, but this allows intercompatibility between the two, where items are updated in Vault and synced to Fusion PLM, and vice versa. I should mention here that Symmetry also have their own Sovelia connector, which connects Vault to Fusion and other applications. And on top of that, we also have our own PLM application which is called Sovelia Core. If you're interested in more information in implementing PLM, please reach out to Symmetry and we can discuss your various options and provide a solution for your requirements. Finally, the biggest new feature of Autodesk Vault 2027 is, of course, the Autodesk Assistant. This is an AI tool that we can talk to in plain language and produce results from our Vault. We can use it to request help. We can use it to interrogate our Vault for information. I'm going to show some examples here. You can see already it's even given me some example questions I can ask. For instance, give me an overview of copy design, and the Autodesk Assistant will provide an overview of copy design and its purpose and how to run that function. Another example I can use here is to run a search for all files checked out by a particular user. So let's say I want to see all files checked out by this user. I can search, show me all files checked out by Adam AD. So what's interesting with the results here is we can actually see the work the assistant is doing where it's running the various searches. It does tell me there are 18 files checked out in total, of which 3 are checked out by this user, Adam AD. And then it's given me a list of those files, and I can click on links directly to these files and it will take me to them in remote. At Symmetry, we offer a whole range of services, including training, consultancy, and system implementations. You may be interested in implementing Autodesk Vault for product data management or as a file management platform. If you're interested in introducing product lifecycle management into your enterprise to expand the collaboration and connectivity between your departments, please reach out to Symmetry for a consultation. We will be glad to assist you in the decision-making process and work with you to implement a platform that will suit your company's needs.